Hey everyone, back with another vlog. Apparently nobody got the memo that I sell plants and I ship them straight to your door. In that last video, that was the very last thing I said. So I'm saying it in the very first part of this video. Having said that, I'm going to pick up right where I left off on the last video. And that is the army worm situation has gotten a little bit better, but they are still crawling around. Also going to finish moving strawberry plants and moving them into my mineral tub with my Murph Farms gardening toolkit because I still got that DIY video to do. Y'all will see that video drop on our shorts here very soon too. And if you hear any loud noises, this is what's going on the other side of the yard. My kids are going crazy this morning, swinging on the swing because it is a beautiful day out here. And I always have to hide this in all my videos so y'all don't see it, so I can show you all the prettiness. But this is also on the other side of my yard in the shade so these kids can play. And if it gets loud during the video, that's what's going on. All right, so I'm set up now. I'm going to start moving these. But first thing I'm going to do is move our Vicks plant. Vicks plant. I made a short video on the Vicks plant or how to make a self-watering pot. If you haven't seen it yet, y'all go check it out because really, this pot will water the plant itself for a few days without me having to water it. This is a Vicks plant. If you don't know what a Vicks plant is, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a plant that smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. I've showed 2 or 3 short videos on it, but we have plenty of these in our greenhouse, ready to ship out if you want them. You can stick them right in boiling water. It'll warm up your whole kitchen area, give you that whole Vicks scent smell, and you can also make your own Vicks Vapor Rub out of it. Now, typically, I really would not even bother using a tool set. However, I'm trying to make sure I have enough plant pulled up, pull up the biggest ones too. Try pulling up a few the other day with my bare hands, and they broke off. So I'm gonna try to get as many as I can this way, so that everything is a lot prettier for my video. So I got this full one right down here. I'm gonna see if I can't get all the way up. I mean, it's a big one too. And I probably got to cut a lot of runners off of this thing. Y'all will see it in just a second. I'm going to trim off all these runners coming off of it. I'm telling you, there's so many runners that it's not even funny. Otherwise, I ain't going to be able to get it out of the ground. Yep. That's a fact. Let me show y'all this. Check that strawberry plant out. Yeah. So that's going to be in that video. Y'all will see that in just a minute in that short. Now, y'all excuse the mess behind me because my chickens coop is not nice and clean. I actually throw stuff on the top of it too. Oh, there's some strawberries down here I didn't even notice I had. But we're going to see if I can't pull up another decent sized one. And I'm not really worried about if anything happens because I got so many strawberry plants, a few will not mess anything up. And those runners will take over again and fill in those gaps. So that's what's pretty cool about it. Now, here is another reason why I'm actually moving some of these strawberry plants too. Now, it's all part of my madness, but really, I've got too much going on here. I need to make some space because your strawberry plants are really be about 12 inches apart, and they are all over each other. So we are moving them to make enough space so they can run some more. And anyway, so if your stuff looks as pretty as this, just because it's pretty don't mean it's the right thing to or right way to grow this stuff. So I'm going to be moving some to move and make some space at the same time. All right, well, it was so hot out here that my phone was overheating and I could not get all the filming done I needed to show you guys for this garden tower here. Now, I know when y'all see it, y'all will like the video. However, just want to go over the thought process on this. I've seen people grow strawberries out the size of milk crates. So I know this concept will work. I just want people to know they can also do this thing with mineral tubs. They got mineral tubs. People don't have a milk crate. They can do it also with laundry totes, whatever you want to call them. But this is the overall end product. I can actually go around it a little bit for you guys so you can see it. I actually got a full-size strawberry plant on the very top. And it will take, all this will take, just a little bit of time to perk up. But this thing is ready to go. So here's the deal. If you ever come by my house or anything like that, you'll see these totes right in the front yard. All of it literally is because I get done with a video and I just leave it there because it's so hot. Like, there's no telling how burnt my head is right now. But the whole thought process again is I do my videos, I film all this stuff away from everybody else where there's really nothing in the background, anything like that. And I shoot them and put them right on all of TikTok, Instagram, all the places you guys have seen me. And before you say that it's not a lot of work to do all these videos and get a lot of followers, I want to be the first to tell you that it is a lot of work. And it takes time, effort, a little bit of vision on what you want and everything else, your outcome. But if you're still around, just so you know, if you're thinking about making videos, whether it be for any topic or anything like that, I do DIY stuff and I usually post them on Sunday nights because Sunday nights is probably the best time to get views. Is when people are dreading going back to work. It's when I've gone viral every time. I've gone viral many times, but that one's Sunday nights, usually the best time to go viral if you're ever going to go viral, because people are just dreading going back to the real world. And so they're just sitting there scrolling, trying to ignore the inevitable. All right, so whenever I make all these short videos for you guys, I think a lot of people just think I know exactly what I'm going to say when I make those videos, and that's far from the truth. And I finished all the filming for this gardening tower video with those strawberry plants. And now I'm going to do a voiceover for it. And I got my wife here, Amanda, sitting right beside of me. And she's going to record all the mess ups I have. And they'll be in this video. So you can see all this mess. What all it takes to go inside of these videos for you guys. You hear them kids scream?
Yes, I can hear them scream. I hear them scream all the time.
All right, I want you to do yours long way.
That's right. Man, look at the stand.
Yeah, see right here. I'll tell you when to record.
That's already recording. You got a whole thing of raw material here.
Alright, so did all the editing on what I want it to look like. So the first sentence that I'm going to say is got to be something catchy. I'm going to show the garden tower in the first 1 second and switch it over to me working on it. So hopefully grab somebody's attention. And yeah, this should be fun. Here we go. This is how you make a garden tower out of a mineral tub. See if that sounded right. This is how you make a garden tower out of a mineral tub. Perfect. Let me get that. Now, I got my first sentence down. I gotta figure out what else I'm gonna say. I'm gonna mention I got plants for you guys, and now this is the time to be planting your plants that you get from us. If you're trying to grow fruit next year, you're gonna want this stuff in the ground now. So I'm gonna throw that in there, but I'm also gonna talk about what I did for this. This is how you make a garden tower out of a mineral tub. All right, so I said my first sentence, and they just saw strawberry plants, so I'm gonna mention yes, they're strawberries.
Ellie, no ma'am. No thank you.
And yes, you can plant strawberries this way and a lot of different ways too. First thing you're going to need is a mineral tub, and you're going to want to get you like one of those drill. No, that's not it.
I'm getting burnt out here.
It's hot, I told you.
Yeah, I'm in the sun, you're not.
The first thing you're going to need is a mineral tub, and you're going to need a drill that can drill holes in your drill. God bless. The first thing you're going to need is a mineral tub, and you're going to need a drill that can drill holes in your drill. The first thing you're going to need is a drill bit. No. See? First thing you're going to need is a mineral tub. This is how you make a garden tower out of a mineral tub. And yes, you can plant strawberries this way and a lot of different ways too. So the first thing you want to do is drill some holes into your mineral tub, and you want them to be about a 2-inch wide hole as well. That's not right. This is how you make a garden tower out of a mineral tub. And yes, you can plant strawberries this way and a lot of different ways too. First thing you want to do is drill a lot of different holes inside your mineral tub that are about 2 inches wide.
You have to specify that they're different holes. I mean,
now it's a 2-inch drill bit, so it allows people to.
no, I'm saying you have to specify that they're different holes. I think that's self-explanatory. You're not re-drilling the same hole over and over and over again.
Yeah. So the first thing you're going to do is drill you one row of holes. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now I know what I'm going to do here. So the first thing you're going to do is drill you one row of hole.
One row of hose.
One row of hose. Let's go.
I didn't know we sold those.
So the first thing you're going to do is drill you some holes about 10 inches from the bottom of your mineral tub. That's what I need to say first, so people know exactly how high up you go. That way your strawberry plants are not touching the ground. So the first thing you're going to do is drill you some holes about 10 inches from the bottom of your mineral tub. That way your strawberry plants aren't touching the ground. Bottom of your mineral tub. That way your strawberry plants aren't touching the ground. Alright. So y'all can see I'm doing this literally piece by piece. I can't really talk in public, y'all. I swear. My videos make me sound a lot better. This is how you make a garden tower out of a mineral tub. And yes, you can plant strawberries this way and a lot of different ways too. So the first thing you're going to do is drill you some holes about 10 inches from the bottom of your mineral tub. That way your strawberry plants aren't touching the ground. Alright. Then you're going to basically stagger the holes above it. That's not it either. I want to make sure they know not to go directly over it. Bottom of your mineral tub. That way your strawberry plants aren't touching the ground.
Then you want to make a second row of holes, kind of catty corner to the original holes.
Then you're going to make you a second row of...
You can't say row of holes.
I can't. Then you're going to make you a second row of strawberry holes. No, that's not even it either. Strawberry.
I guess you didn't say hose that time.
Then you're going to make you a second row of holes, and you're going to make sure that they're not directly on top of the previous holes. Almost staggering these things. Aren't touching the ground. Then you're going to make you a second row of holes, and you're going to make sure that they're not directly on top of the previous holes. Almost staggering these things. Okay. Does that sound okay?
Sounds fine. No, try Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
I can't do that. And the only soil mixture I use for any of my fruit bearing plants is equal parts black cow, equal parts peat moss, and equal parts pine bark mulch.
I don't think you have to say equal parts 3 times. You can, I'm just...
Alright, then. Sing up with some soil. But there's so many people that don't really understand equal parts.
Okay, but saying 3 times. It's not going to make it. No. It's not Beetlejuice.
And the only soil mixture we use is equal parts pine bark mulch. I gotta say it again. I gotta say it again.
I'm all over the place.
And the only soil we use for our strawberry plants or any fruit bearing plants is pine bark mulch, black cow, and peat moss, and that's all equal parts. The only soil we use for our strawberry plants or any fruit bearing plants is pine bark mulch, black cow, and peat moss, and that's all equal parts. And when you got all that mixed together, it's a perfect environment for all your fruit bearing plants. And that's all equal parts. And when you got all that mixed together, it's a perfect environment for all your fruit bearing plants. I don't think I've ever had a plant not live in that soil mixture.
I just don't know that you can say that it's like 100% because like it can't be like feel like you'd have to adjust it a little bit for blueberries. I know your blueberries are doing fine in it. I know they're doing fine in there, but I'm just saying, like, based off of what it says, like, online or whatever, like, it needs more acidic soil.
And the only soil we use,
but mine are all dead, so it doesn't matter. Don't listen to me.
Mulch, black cow, and peat moss, and that's all equal parts. And when you got all that mixed together, it's a perfect environment for all your fruit-bearing plants. All right. Go ahead and start filling up that. That's not it. I just lost print though. Go ahead and fill up that mineral tub that has all them holes in it about halfway up. Then you can start slowly adding your strawberry plants to it. Notice I didn't say the whole sentence at one time when I easily could have.
That's how you talk anywhere.
Plants. Go ahead and fill up that
you pause like mid-sentence all the time.
Then you can start slowly adding your strawberry plants to it. And the main thing to remember whenever you're doing this is to make sure your crowns of your strawberry plant are not buried beneath. God bless. Come on. And the main thing to remember whenever you're doing this is to make sure your strawberry plant's crowns are not buried beneath the soil. That sounds better.
I don't know what's in this.
Then you can start slowly adding your strawberry plants to it. And the main thing to remember whenever you're doing this is to make sure your strawberry plant's crowns are not buried beneath the soil. Alright, so I've said all that stuff. I'm going to plug my plants. I got 11 seconds left. I'm going to plug my plants and then say make sure you water them all in. Water these plants all the way in. Go ahead and finish planting all your strawberry plants. And if you're wanting to grow your own fruit-bearing plants, now's the time to be ordering these things from us in order for you to grow them. The soil. And if you're wanting to grow your own fruit-bearing plants, now's the time to be ordering these things from us. I'll change what I said there. That way you can have fruit next year. That way you can have some fruit next year. Your strawberry plants' crowns are not buried beneath the soil. And if you're wanting to grow your own fruit-bearing plants, now's the time to be ordering these things from us. That way you can have some fruit next year. Okay. Now I'm going to say, water. Go ahead and finish planting all your strawberry plants. Water them in. You're good to go. Finish planting your strawberry plants, water them in, and this is what it should look like when it's all said and done. That way you can have some fruit next year. Finish planting. That way you can have some fruit next year. Finish planting your strawberry plants, water them in, and this is what it should look like when it's all said and done. Alright, so here we go. This is how you make a garden tower out of a mineral tub. And yes, you can plant strawberries this way and a lot of different ways too. So the first thing you're going to do is drill you some holes about 10 inches from the bottom of your mineral tub. That way your strawberry plants aren't touching the ground. Then you're going to make you a second row of holes, and you're going to make sure that they're not directly on top of the previous holes. Almost staggering these things. And after you got holes all the way around your mineral tub, now you're ready to fill this thing up with some soil. And the only soil we use for our strawberry plants or any fruit-bearing plants is pine bark mulch, black cow, and peat moss, and that's all equal parts. And when you got all that mixed together, it's a perfect environment for all your fruit-bearing plants. Go ahead and fill up that mineral tub that has all them holes in it about halfway up. Then you can start slowly adding your strawberry plants to it. And the main thing to remember whenever you're doing this is to make sure your strawberry plants' crowns are not buried beneath the soil. And if you're wanting to grow your own fruit-bearing plants, now's the time to be ordering these things from us. That way you can have some fruit next year. Finish planting your strawberry plants, water them in, and this is what it should look like when it's all said and done. Boom. Hope that sounded good. So, that took a while. We're going to chop this up so it doesn't take as long.
18, almost 19 minutes.
But at the end of the day, it was 19 minutes for me to start doing the voiceover. That tells you anything. So, and that's me not knowing what I'm going to say. I don't ever basically write down what I'm going to say because then to me it's not really authentic. I just want people to know exactly step by step and what I'm feeling at the moment. So nothing's ever scripted from me.